Enzo, so obviously Chelsea-Arsenal was always a really big game. It just feels like the form of the two teams, the position in the league table, you've just beaten Barca, they've just beaten Bayern. I have the sense that it's given the game like an extra edge. Do you sense that yourself? Does it feel like a really big moment in your season?
Yeah, it's a big moment, especially because it's a derby. It's against Arsenal. As you said, they are in a good form. We are in a good form too. But it's always, for me, all the games, they are different. So hopefully we can have a good game and win the game.
Let's just listen to your press conference when you were talking about that, the different plan that's needed maybe from Barcelona to Arsenal. So, well, firstly, when do you personally start thinking about Arsenal and how you're going to, try and find a hole in their defence or try and control that match?
When you play every 3 days, probably it's always a bit complicated, because you finish one and you need to focus on the next one.
So you won't give Arsenal a second's thought before Barcelona? It's only once that game's over, then new game?
No, I start to prepare Arsenal game the day before Barcelona in the morning.
Okay.
Knowing already a little bit Arsenal, because when you are here you can watch games already, so you know them a little bit.
So without giving too much away, what do you see when you look at them?
No, it's a team that first of all they defend fantastic, because not only the other team they struggle to score goals, they even struggle to create chances. So first of all, defensively they are very good, and then offensively they are a fantastic player. They have different weapons, not only set pieces, because everyone is talking about set pieces. Not only set pieces, they have players that they can decide the game in any moment. Saka, Eze, the players that they have at front, Martinelli, the ones that they use. So it's a team that in both phases, on the ball and off the ball, they are very good.
I actually remember, before Liverpool played Arsenal, speaking to Arne Slot, similar scenario to this, and he was saying one of the challenges with Arsenal is they can approach games in lots of different ways. They can build up in lots of different ways, hurt you in lots of different ways. Does that add to the challenge? Because just listening to you around the Barcelona game, it felt like with the high line there was almost a very clear way for you to give them a problem. Is it more difficult in a way with Arsenal because they're maybe a bit more flexible in their approach, so you don't quite know what you're going to get from them?
Yeah, I think both games, talking about Barcelona and Arsenal, I think both games they are complicated because yes, Barcelona they play high line, but also on the ball they are very good. So you need defensively be good, don't concede nothing. So it's a matter of balance for me. Now it's Arsenal, as you said. They can use different plan, but we can also use different plan and try to win the game.
Do you enjoy the game of chess that I guess is happening before a match and in the early part of a game? Do you sort of wonder yourself, what I guess you must, what's Mikel Arteta going to do? How do I counter that? Because you have your team have a great record in big games. So do you enjoy that tactical battle?
Yeah, I like it, and I think it's part of my job, to think what they can do, what we can do. In case they do something different, how we can adjust, or start the way in one way. In case they modify something, how we can adjust. I think you have to be ready.
I wonder how well you remember Chelsea-Arsenal games of years gone by? Because there's a chance, as we sit here now, it's first v second. It might not be the case on Sunday with City to play. But 3 times Arsenal and Chelsea have played each other while they've been the top 2, and it's all around the kind of Invincibles era, Jose Merino coming to Chelsea, that sort of era. I guess at that sort of time in your career, you're moving from Italy to Spain, is that right? Sevilla, 2005. So I guess you'd have half an eye on the Premier League then. Do you remember those Arsenal-Chelsea battles from back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of that game, yes. It's many years ago. But the Premier League was always there. Chelsea, Arsenal, in that time, Man United, was always nice to watch that kind of teams because it was great football, great players. So it was nice.
Any particular memories of those battles?
No, just that I enjoy always watching that kind of games. Also for the intensity, for for these kind of duels between manager or players. So it was always nice.
Yeah, I mean, the key duels around that would, particularly, I think that sort of era, the midfield battles. I just heard you asked in your press conference about Rice, Caicedo, and there was a bit of chat during the week of that being a bit of a throwback to the old, I know it's Man United, but the old Keane Vieira battles. Do you see that Rice, Caicedo being a big part of what decides Sunday?
Yeah, I see them. Yes, but I see them two fantastic players, two fantastic midfielders. In this moment, and Declan is playing a little bit more in front as attacking midfielder. Moy, we use Moy in different way, but both they are top players, fantastic player.
Do you think it's a valid comparison? People will talk Rice v Caicedo, or do you see them being quite different in profile?
No, they are. As I said, Declan is playing like attacking midfielder a little bit in this moment. Moy is playing more defensive midfielder, but both they are very good players. But especially both because I had Declan when I was at West Ham and I was there as assistant coach. So both they are good person, good guy, humble both, and it's nice to work with them.
Of course, I forgot that with West Ham. So when you saw him as a younger player, when you were at West Ham, what potential did you think he had?
You can see immediately. It's very easy when you see profile like Declan to understand that he's going to be a top player.
It was easy, wasn't it? You could see it straight away.
Yeah, you can see. He was playing central defender in that time with second team, and he started to play as a midfielder with Pellegrini at West Ham. But for sure, you can see that he was very good player.
Did you think he'd become, like you said, he played a bit centre back then? I think a lot of people thought he might go into midfield and then end up playing as more of a defender. Did you expect he'd play the kind of advanced role that we see him play now? Did you expect to see that?
It's just evolution from Mikel, from him. I think again, Declan is a fantastic player. He's good defending. He's good offensively. So it's in both phases. Very good.
I remember it would have been around this time last year. Your team were going well, but you said essentially we're not ready yet. Are you ready now?
I think we are better than last season, for sure, no doubt. And the reason why is because we spent one more year together. Where we are in this moment, to be honest, I don't know. What I know is that we go in the right direction, and we are competing every game against any team.
Did you spend any time talking to the players about what might be possible, what trophies you might be able to contend for, even if you don't say it in front of us, or is that just like a waste of your energy?
No, I think in this moment it's a waste of energy. You can start to speak about that, and we did last season. When you go to March, April, February, depends where you are, and you can set a little bit the titles that you want to achieve.
One other thing that just occurred to me, I remember interviewing you towards the end of last season, and you talked about it being like a new Chelsea. Not the same as the old Chelsea, which had obviously won so much, and probably wanting to temper expectations a little bit. Has this team, with the trophies you've now won, like in every competition really last season, you got over the line, you made top four, you won the Conference League, you won the Club World Cup. Has this team developed a bit more of that, that Chelsea DNA where you expect Chelsea to find a way and get over the line? Is this team starting to have that? Whatever quality that is it starting to have it?
Yeah, I think winning last season or finish top four help a lot in terms of confidence, in terms of energy, in terms of belief, because they can see that they are able to do anything to win any games. So for sure, I think last season helped a lot, and I think this season you can see that we are getting better and better, also in terms of experience. That is an important part.
It'd be strange, wouldn't it, to do one of these interviews and not ask you about Esteval. One stat that jumped out at me: he has scored for club and country on his last 7 starts, but hasn't started a Premier League game for 2 months since the Brighton home game. What is your thinking there? Is the Premier League physically a different challenge for him? You're trying to sort of gradually get him to that physical level. Is that part of it?
I'm just trying to help him to give him the right time, don't put him under pressure. So just to use him in the right way. So this is the reason why he's not playing every game from the start with us. Is the only reason. I said many times where with 17, 18, and you arrive here, you know, to the Premier League from another country, especially South America, Brazil, you need to adapt. And the most important thing at the beginning is that you are happy, you enjoy the training session, you enjoy games when you have the chance, and then no doubt that in the future will be a fantastic player for this club.
Is the Premier League physically a different challenge to the Champions League? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it's a big part of the difference between Premier League and Champions League.
Did you think? I mean, this is just sort of anecdotal, really. But do you feel is that part of? This isn't like specific to Esteval. Like a lot of new signings seem to take longer than they used to get used to the Premier League. Is that something that you've noticed? Do you think is that?
Absolutely yes. Yeah, absolutely yes. And this is the reason why we try to use players, just in the right moment when we think we guess that is the right moment, and don't just put them, inside the pitch at any moment.
Yeah.
Because then can go in the other side that if you are not able to play in the right way once, twice, so you lose confidence, so become a little bit different. So what we try to do with Estevao, with young players, is just to give them the right moment that they can do well and they can, grow.
So what do you do with them then, training-wise, so that you can be sure that physically they can then cope with the demands? How do you get a player to that physical level?
The physical level is important in the session. But where it's very important is in the game, because it's a real test. For sure, we have players inside the team that physically they are strong and they can help. Moy, Reese. So during the session, when you have duels with them, you have to be strong. So the rest they can grow. But for sure, the game is where they can learn more.
Lastly, then, will we know a lot more, or at least a bit more, about your team by the end of Sunday? What you might be able to achieve this season?
Probably yes, probably no. In this moment, the difference 6 points. As you said, Sunday can be 3, can be 6 again, or can be 9. But overall, I don't think change something in terms of our target. We're going to be there in any case, and we see Sunday night.
Is there something beyond, sorry, I know I said last one, but is there something beyond the league table, though, just by pitting yourself against, what would you say, the best team in the world at the moment, Arsenal? Or?
It's probably one of the best, yeah.
So by pitting yourself against a team that good, whatever the result, you learn something about your team on Sunday?
Absolutely, no doubt. No matter the result, we are always trying to learn things, and every game is an opportunity to learn, especially for me as a manager. No doubt that at the end of the game, I will learn something. Hopefully, because when you win, and you win and you learn, it's always better than compare when you lose and you have to learn.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, my friend.